The DJ Academics and Rory beef has escalated to a point on the internet today that if these two dudes see each other and somebody don't get sent to the hospital, bro, they both marksmen. All right, they both busters. If nobody gets a swinging, if violence don't happen when they see each other, one of them's a buster. Because the level of disrespect that I just seen on the internet today, there's no possible way these two dudes could ever be friends again. And this is coming from somebody who has tried to squash the beef between the two. I remember talking to Rory, and I asked Rory, is there anything I could do, man, to get you and Academics to squash the beef? Man, Rory said, nah, too much have been done. And I never asked Academics if he would ever squash the beef, but Academics have came on his Twitch streams, and he have said there's nothing Rory could do to squash the beef, right? Like, listen, they into it until death do them part. Now, Academics took to his Twitter today to go off on Rory because, quite frankly, everybody is going off on Rory today because Rory's past tweets have resurfaced that are controversial. Black women think he hates them because of those tweets. So DJ Academics felt comfortable today piling on Rory, and he dropped a series of pictures and tweets. Academics started off his day letting Rory know that the next time he streams, he's spinning the block to address Rory's latest controversy. So Academic says, this is Rory. I ain't forget you, punk. Let me spin the block one more time. Now, I can go live today. But from what I've been hearing, Academics is planning something very big for Rory. Like, he's planning a very big return stream for Rory. Now, the last time Academics dedicated a stream to Rory, I believe it was the funeral of Rory and Maul, where DJ Academics was discussing them leaving the Joe Budden podcast or Joe Budden firing Rory and Maul. Just in case you're living under a rock, I'm talking about these particular tweets right here, where people is pointing out that Rory had some things on his Twitter that was disparaging black women. Rory has maintained that the tweets were out of context, and it was actually a different time on Twitter. When he was on Twitter, there was this thing where people would do fake retweets because the quote button didn't exist. So people would type retweet with the quote of what somebody says, and they would just fake it, right? They would lie about a quote that somebody says just to get that person canceled. It was a game they would play. Well, those tweets are still on Rory's Twitter. So he was playing the game, right? Trying to get people canceled with fake tweets, but the fake tweets was going off on black women. So now people were saying that Rory hates black women, which for the most part, I don't think that's the case. I don't think Rory hates black women, to be honest. But again, that's just my perspective. Y'all can hate me for it. I don't think he's racist. I do think it was probably, some silly stuff, or, he did something stupid, something very dumb. But that hasn't stopped his enemies like Vlad for taking full advantage of the scandal, because even Vlad took to Twitter and Vlad says, Rory spent years talking ish about me, trying to push the I'm white but I'm not Vlad narrative. He was right. Now everyone sees that Rory has always been racist towards black women. I'm nothing like him. Academics tweets later on in the day could only happen if the entire internet hates Rory. Academics is very strategic. Academics wouldn't have posted what I'm about to show you he posted later in the day if this was just a normal day on Twitter. If this was a day where everybody was neutral or liked Rory, he wouldn't have posted it. But because today is the day where everybody hates Rory and everybody is saying, Rory is this and Rory is that, Academics felt safe being able to post this and not get canceled for it. Academics posted multiple pictures of Rory with his kid on multiple days and dates. Now, I blurred out the kid. Academics didn't blur out the kids. He did post the picture as is, but I blurred it out because I have somewhat of a relationship with Rory, and I wouldn't feel comfortable revealing his child if he never did, okay? But DJ Academics wrote, after posting the pictures, 4 years ago, this is Rory, you came to my house trying to be cute, like you were some mob boss. I've been on your head ever since. For my protection, of course, angel smiling face. Thought you got a $10 million podcast deal. I don't know why you still in the hood. There's mad black women out there. Don't you hate them? Now, I don't know if the accusation of Rory being in the hood is true. Is a millionaire. So his definition of what a hood is might be a tad bit different than most people's definition. I'm more concerned with how did DJ Akademiks get this picture? How the academic now, if it was just one picture, then chalk it up to a fan seeing Rory somewhere, took a picture, and then sent to the act. But when you have multiple pictures from multiple dates and multiple locations, I'm starting to think, hold on, bro. Like, huh? Do Akademiks have people following Rory? Now, if that's the case, bro, then I'm stunned. Like, I'm stunned. Because Akademiks' persona online, for the most part, over the last decade has been, I'm the harmless, nice guy. I'm just a podcaster. But if I find out that Akademiks is secretly a gang leader, if Akademiks is secretly a mob boss, that will be the biggest plot twist of 2025. Because this is mob boss activity. This is gang leader activity. Who is following? Now, I can say, Rory lives in the hood. Now, from my knowledge of knowing Ak, of, considering Ak a friend, I wouldn't expect for Akademiks to have friends in the hood. Akademiks having friends in the hood or being accessible to people in the hood, if he claims that Rory lives in the hood, that they will be willing to follow Rory around, take pictures, that's dangerous. And quite frankly, now Ak didn't show a clear picture of Rory Kid, but if I'm Rory, man, I'm thinking, bro, like, it's up. I'm coming to find you if this is the case. But Ak don't look like he's concerned at all. Like, Akademiks is actually doing this. When you look at the tone of his tweets, he's doing this hoping Rory comes looking for the smoke. Ak wrote, have patience. It might take 10 years. You'll catch them F ninjas. Hey, yo, man. Ak on time, bro. I didn't think I'll ever say this statement in my life, but Rory, man, file a police report and get security, man. Ak is on the prowl looking for you. I never thought I would say that, bro. Right? File a police report and get security for Ak. Nah. Ak on bad timing, bro. Ak on bad timing. Now, Ak has something to say for anybody who may have thought that he went too far by posting a picture of Rory with his kid. Ak wrote, D-Rider, him coming to my house was asking to get spliff dead. F his whole family tree. Oh, my God. A lot of y'all may be wondering what happened for it to get this serious, okay? Why is Ak on bad timing like this when it comes to Rory? Now, Ak is not just doing this because everybody right now hates Rory and it's easy to pile on. Ak really harbors a great deal of resentment for Rory, and who better to tell you why he hates Rory but Ak himself?
Oh, Tom, you heard Pooh Shiesty. Y'all niggas should know I go too far. I don't want nobody call me a bully. I don't want nobody be like, Ak doing too much. When they were dissing on me for 3 years, did nobody say y'all doing too much? When they was hating on me because they was sucking Joe's dick, but they ain't even established their own worth, Joe came on Everyday Struggle with me. We did something great. They was hating. Did anybody say they was doing too much? No. When I point out the obvious, when they're questioning my business decision, having people try to look at me weird, and I said, yo, these are workers. Why y'all listen to them when I'm trying to do bullshit? Did y'all say, yo, shut the fuck up, let that nigga cook? Nope, y'all judge me. Did when that nigga say I was on cocaine? Did y'all say, yo, chill? Y'all know the only thing I ever take. Me and my Hennessy, we inseparable. That's why it's been a little bit hard to lose a little bit of weight, but it's all good. I love my Hennessy. But another drug, come on, stop playing with me. Imagine me trying to negotiate business deals and all of a sudden, they're on, it's not their platform. I've been saying this, so I got at them. You're on Joe's platform echoing things like he's a cokehead. My crib and dropped a letter in my mailbox. It said, Happy Boss Day. Trying to make fun of what I was basically telling him. I said, hey, the things y'all judging me about, I'm trying to do things in a different light. Some of the same things that Joe has to also experience. They wrote on it, which was, is a low-key threat. Anybody show up to your crib, that's a threat. How you even know where my crib at? I'll tell you another thing. I took special precaution to make sure when I bought this house, I bought it cash. If anybody told you different, tell them prove the paperwork. I got a deed upstairs. Not only that, showed up to my crib. dropped a letter in the mailbox thinking you were going to intimidate me.
I don't think any of us would disagree with the sentiments of if you come to my house in a seemingly threatening manner where I lay my head, where is my peace, then it's up for life, right? Then I wish the worst for you. And I think that's where Akademiks is currently at with Rory. Now, as you will hear a little later, Rory is actually disputing the fact that he ever came to DJ Akademiks' house.
Well, at that point, you got to do something. I don't think you planned this out, Rory. You thought that there was another level where, like, you were going to get me scared and then I was going to just stop. No, I'm going to double down. And by the way, this is another reason, and by the way, I'm going to get into all this shit. The whole thing with Joe, and I know there's certain people who are on the fence or maybe even like them two bozos. Remember this. I wasn't 100%, I was 80% sure. Well, 80, 70% sure. That showed to my crib. I'm going to tell you how I knew it was 100% sure. A day after the letter was dropped off in my post box, and I found it, we had it in the crib. After that, he tweeted out a zip code that was accurate with where I'm at. Y'all could keep believing coincidences. But if somebody show up and drop something off in your post box and then is tweeting out your zip code, it's clear they're probably thinking you didn't get the first message. They're trying to send you a second. So I don't care what that is trying to say publicly and whoever believes him. Right there, you f***ed up and you cross an egregious line. Anybody in this chat, if a nigga who's talking slick about you show up to your crib, what are you going to do? I want everybody to, even if you're a woman, I want you to answer that question. Somebody show up to your crib, you don't know. I met that bozo one time at Joe's crib, and I saw him at Carl Cherry's party in L.A. because he was in there gawking, double-handing, sucking. And I went in there like, yo, Carl, my guy, I'm going to just come up in here and just, I don't like industry event. He asked me for a long time to come, and I seen that bozo in the elevator. It was me and 10. If it was really smoke, by the time he was really sneakness and it was nothing near what he did later, we could have packed him out, but I don't present that energy. I'm not about that. Y'all know what I'm about. Like, I don't ever present energy like that. It was him and like some chick. It was me and 10 because I was moving in LA. Like, Thor wanted to kill me. That's how I was going. The nigga was in the elevator with me. I ain't saying nothing to him, but I knew he was kind of sneakness, and I'm like, I could check him here, but I'm like, I ain't gonna do it.
And Big Act gave Rory a pass, man. Now, Rory has always denied it. Rory has said he never went to Akademiks' house. Listen, I don't have a side in this. Rory's my guy, Act my guy. But from what Akademiks said in terms of Rory, I guess, tweeting or posting the zip code, the note that was in the mailbox was a conversation apparently Akademiks had about Rory and Mal. I don't know, bro. I just think it's too many coincidences. I think Akademiks was talking crazy. Rory pulled up because he got sick and tired of Act talking crazy and sent Act a subtle warning that he could be touched. I feel like that's what happened. You feel me? But again, I wasn't there, and Rory is denying it. So, we do have to hear what Rory has to say. So here is Rory saying that he wished Akademiks the best, and he never pulled up. He don't know what Akademiks is talking about, but he still feels bad that ultimately two dudes try to break into Akademiks' house at some point and rob him. And Rory said he wished Act the best, and he don't wish Act any harm.
Academics.
Well, you gotta respond to certain shit.
Yeah, because you gotta respond to the negativity that was thrown at you guys.
With
Academics.
Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, he was calling you guys all type of shit, all
of
type
course,
of names,
it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
well, actually,
you guys,
he's gonna be an enemy for life. Who?
Damn, I mean, that shit was crazy. Like, did you actually do that to Academics? What he's accusing you of doing? Did you actually do that?
No,
like,
I was just. And by the way,
that will be snitching though.
I mean,
not
if he actually say that.
I didn't, but also, I was just with Bootleg Kev, and I know it's a live stream, so that'll come out later. But I feel for dude, and this is not. I know people are gonna think this is some shots or some like satire, sarcasm. Am I wrong? Did two people try to break into his house with guns?
Yeah.
I feel for dude, and I'm very happy he's okay, because that shit is not funny. And I know when we were gonna do this whole press shit that would come up. I'm dead ass happy that nothing happened with that situation. I have no ill feelings towards him. I think everything he said is hilarious. Have a blast. Tell the stories. I'm so happy you're alive. Because that could have went really bad. And I know you're smiling, but I'm dead ass. I'm really dead ass.
I almost prefer my op say F me and celebrate something like that happening to me, bro. Right? Because an op who is online exercising compassion and remorse for me, it makes me think they did it even more, right? Because the only, like for example, right? If somebody, I don't know, send armed men to somebody's home, right, masked up, that person probably would not come on social media and celebrate it. They'll probably say, "Man, really that happened? Oh my God, bro, I wish them the best." Unless they are like a street nigga or something, right? But if my op is online, right, like saying, "Man, I wish him the best." Oh my God, oh man, that happened. That makes me think you have something to do with it. Now that doesn't apply to Rory and Act because I don't feel like Rory had anything to do with Academics' house being raided. I don't think Rory had anything to do with Academics' house almost being broken into by masked and armed men. But I do believe that Rory put that note in that mailbox just based on what Academics is explaining in terms of, the conversation plus the numbers. I don't know, man. It's all weird. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe that DJ Academics is really looking for Rory? Do y'all believe that Rory life is in danger? Let me know in the comment section, okay? And if you're watching this video and you enjoyed this video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out why Charleston White just crashed out and walk out this podcast. And if you want to start YouTube and make your first $10,000 a month, I got a step-by-step book showing you exactly how I make videos, how I make thumbnails, and every secret I got to grow fast on YouTube that I utilize myself is in my book. Link is in the description. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.